Good morning. Yesterday we are discussing the methodology of econometrics. Today let us see about all the points one by one in detail. In the previous year question paper, there was one question was asked on this. Describe methodology of econometrics. It was 15 marks question, it seems. So let us see one by one. So first is statement of theory or hypothesis. Statement as the name itself says that the economic relationship between two variables, that is a qualitative. We have to state this. That is the statement, that is hypothesis. That is nothing but hypothesis. Whatever is desired to derive or to estimate the future values or to estimate or predict the values, we have to make a statement, that is called hypothesis. Example, see, Keynes stated that consumption increases as income increases, but not as much as increase in income. It means that the marginal propensity to consume for a unit change in income is greater than 0 but less than 1. It means that suppose a salary is increased by say 2000 rupees, but consumption will not be increased that much. That is the meaning. Consumption may about 25% or at the most 30% may increase. The other amount will be may be used for the loan or any other for savings, etc. That is the meaning. So one thing I would like to clear that yesterday I said that while saying the relationship between two variables, I said as price increases, demand also increases. I said, I think by mistake I said it should be inverse relation. So as price increases, so demand of a commodity will decrease. I should say that. I should say that like this. Yesterday I think some error is made, it seems. So make a change of it. Next, statement of theory. Statement of theory is like this or hypothesis. There is a negative relationship between demand of same I have taken demand of rice and price of rice. Demand of rice and price of rice, the relation between these two variables is negative. That is a statement. Now if you make a simply statement, it doesn't give any idea, or you can't predict or any estimate. So you have to put it in the mathematical form. So how to do that? So this relationship we have to put it in mathematical form. The mathematical form is like this. The relation between price and rice, price is y and rice is x, where x is independent variable, y is dependent variable. It can be written as mathematically as y equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 x, where y is the price of rice and x is the demand of rice. Beta 1 is the intercept, y intercept, and the beta 2 is the slope coefficient. And also the beta 2 measures the MP's consumption. Consumption is linearly related to income. The relationship between consumption and income is consumption function. The variable appearing on the left side, that is consumption, is dependent variable here y equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 x we have written. So y is the consumption or is the dependent variable, that is consumption is dependent variable, and the right side the explanatory variable, that is x, beta 2 x we have written. So we had written that is x is the explanatory variable or independent variable. A model having one equation is single equation model, and more than one equation is a multiple equation model. So next is methodology, or that is specification of the economic model theory. Specification of the econometric model. So the economic model, the mathematical model. Now come to the econometric model. Here one term is added there, u. Y equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 x plus u is added. So y is as consumption expenditure, x is the income, and beta 1 beta 2 are the parameters, and beta 1 is the y-intercept, and beta 2 is the slope, and u is the error term. So in detail, so specification of the econometric model of the consumption in detail, what I can say is, it assumes that there is an exact or deterministic relationship. Exact relationship. If it is exact relationship, then that is a linear line. We get linear line, and all the points of this y variables and lie on this line. That is exact relationship. Consumption function, relationship between the consumption and income. But relationships between economic variables are generally inexact. It will not be exact. For example, 500 families, you would not expect all the 500 families or observations to lie exactly on the straight line, because in addition to income, other variables affect consumption expenditure, like maybe size may be different, or age may be different, age of the members may be different, or region may be different. In the sense, as the size or age or region differs, the expenditure or consumption also differs. That is why it is not exactly lie all the points exactly lie on the line. So we have to modify the determined consumption function y equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 x plus u. This u is the disturbance term or the error term. This error, because of the variability, this variability to mention or to capture, to consider this variability, we put another term, that is u, where u is unknown, and disturbance term or error term of a random or stochastic variable that has been well defined. The graph is like this. See the graph here. It's an example of linear regression. That is, if the hypothesis that y is linearly related to x. See, all the scattered points are near to the, or almost near to the this straight line. This straight line is the average line. Next is obtaining the data. So the fourth point is obtaining the data. So as soon as the model is written, then I have to collect or gather the data. So that is obtaining the data. Y is personal consumption expenditure, X is the gross domestic product. So the data is like this. This is example for data. To obtain the numerical values of a and beta 1, we need the data. Beta 1 and beta 2 means beta 1 is the y-intercept and beta 2 is the slope. So this y is dependent variable, x is independent variable, data is like this. So with the help of the equation, then you have to estimate estimate of y values with the known values of x. Next, estimating the econometric model. So y cap, after the estimation, the equation becomes like this. So minus 231.8 plus 0.7094x. So MPC was about 0.72, and it means that for the sample period when the real income increases $1, led on an average real consumption expenditure increased by 72. That is the, so I can say further that estimation of the economic model, once you have collected your data, your next task should be to estimate the parameters of the price function. Then next is hypothesis testing. once the estimation is done, you have to test the obtained results. To before we accept or to predict, we have to test this. This is with the help of statistical tool by the known as statistical inference. So that is hypothesis testing. Assuming we have this as estimate of the relationship between price and demand of rice, using a software also you can do that. Also you can directly by with the help of the formula you can solve the equation. So y equal to, the estimated equation is like this. Now y equal to 184.0780 minus 0.7064 xi. So standard error is this. Here also standard error for the dependent variable, standard error for the constant is 46.2619, and a standard error for the independent variable, that is x, is 0.0078. T value is like this. So next is the estimated equation can be written as this: price of rice equal to 184.0780 minus 7064, that is the demand. The slope coefficient, we have to interpret now. How to interpret that? The equation, price of rice is the this y value and demand. So slope coefficient value is minus, is there, minus 0.7064. The minus represents the negative relation, inverse relation. The interpretation of this equation is that for every unit increase in the demand of rice, the price of rice fall by 0.7064. So intercept term or the constant term is that whenever x equal to 0, it means that the price of rice, if a constant coefficient value is this, it shows that the price of rice will be 184. If the demand for the rice becomes 0. If the demand for rice is 0, then the coefficient value shows the price of rice will be 184.0780. Or you can whatever it means that suppose the demand of rice does not change throughout the observation period, then the price will of the rice will be 184. This. So this is the end of this period today. Let us stop here. Tomorrow let us continue. Thank you.